Okay, back in the town, and we actually have quite a bit of gear bits to actually spend. I'm not sure what we should spend it on. How many do we have again? We have 4. Okay, let me actually just see real quick. I just want to see how much that roly-poly upgrade costs. Is it 3? It's 3 for another roly-poly. Okay, that's what I figured. How about, let's, as much as I would love to get, oh look, a 6-key door. Interesting. As much as I would love to get a sword upgrade, as good as they are, practically, I think the better thing to do would be to get a shotgun upgrade, because the shotgun's amazing, and more ammo the better. So yeah, a little bit boring, but sure. Let us get a shotgun upgrade, because we're going to be using it for the rest of the game. Very much. And I promise the next upgrade we'll get will be a sword upgrade. I promise, promise, promise. And I believe we only need 2 more gear bits, and then we can head right back to the shop to get some. So let's not beat around the bush. Let's head right to the north, to the mountain. Okay, so we've got a... that are just falling off that platform there. Got a little bit of a mini forest section to get through before we actually make it to the mountain proper. And hey, maybe it'll give us an opportunity to actually try out this shotgun, you know, maybe cave some faces in. Because that's what this thing is good for, that's for sure. Thankfully, there are still hidden goodies on this little mountain forest trail on the way to the mountain, so we will probably be able to find enough gear bits and then head right back to the store to get away from me, to get one of those upgrades for the sword. And I already have one in mind that might not be the most practical thing in the world, it might not be the most useful, but god damn it if it isn't the most badass fucking thing in the world. Can't actually go through there. I guess we can chain dash up here. Nice try. That guy actually got me, you son of a bitch. I can go up there. I don't think this is actually somewhere I'm supposed to be. There's no way I can make it across that platform. There is some hidden platforms over here. Ooh, and there you go. Gear bit number 3. Full gear bit number 3. And look at that, we're actually really close to the town, so let's just let's chain dash our best out of here without you know, bonking into every single wall. Chain dashing is hard. There's like a momentum you have to build up, so you gotta go like 1 2 3, like you gotta 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11. Like once you do the 3rd chain dash, then you need to maintain your tempo, but those first 3, like there's actually a little bit of a startup. You need to like space them out a little bit faster every time. So 1 2 3. And I don't know. It's really hard to describe without actually you know, holding the controller in your hand. But still, let's head to that sword shop because we're really gonna want something. So essentially, all of these sword upgrades are really, really good. But the really fun one, the stupidly excessive one, again, it's not the most practical option in the world because you need to stay still and charge up a slash. But my god, if it isn't the most baddest thing in the world when you can get it working. And this was a favorite of mine on my first playthrough. I loved using this attack, so absolutely, let's get the charge attack. And don't you worry, at the rate of gear bits that we're collecting, we're going to be able to get pretty much every upgrade in the game, with the exception of maybe all the gun upgrades, because we're only going to be using... You can only have 2 guns equipped at one time, so you pretty much have to pick your favorites of the ones that you get. Spoiler alert, the shotgun is never leaving this inventory, period, ever. The shotgun's amazing. Anyway, let's head right back up to the mountain. Okay, is that all that's left in this area? Did we actually explore all of it? Oh, hey, look at these guys. Boom! I told you the heads would roll. You didn't believe me. Yeah, every single enemy in the game has an over-the-top, gory execution kill, essentially. So Hyperlight Drifter just became no more fucking heroes, essentially, because when you use a charge attack on an enemy, they are horribly decapitated or eviscerated in some way or form. And it's pretty brutal for some of these enemies, at least, especially those like little guys who are just hopping around, and then this guy comes just to ruin everyone's day. Yeah, run away, deer, run away. I always hate how this deer runs away, and you feel like, oh, there's probably a hidden goodie where he ran away, and there's nothing. Just a wall of trees. But we're not going to be seeing that many trees for now, because now we are heading to the mountain, the snowy region of the game. And if you thought the lake area was pretty, you have seen nothing yet. Because honestly, as far as all the areas go in this game, I'd say the mountain is probably my favorite area in the game. It's just gorgeous to look at, and some of the vistas that you're going to be seeing are infamous in how breathtaking they are. And that's a word I've been using a lot with this game, is just breathtaking, but I mean, there isn't really a better word to describe it in a lot of these situations. So that right there is your first view of the boss of this area. The king, I guess I could call him. I don't think he's a king. I think he's more of like a wizard of some kind, but I don't know. He kind of looks like a king, and he's wearing gold, so it's cool. Again, I'm sure all these bosses actually have names, but oh well. That guy is that guy is a whole another story. So we'll hopefully won't have too hard of a time with him once we get there, but he's at the very, very top of this mountain, if we can even make it out there without having another coughing fit. And tricky guys, of course, they're going to put these tiny little ledges at the very far corners where you can just barely make them out, but they always reward you with your open eyes, I guess, your sleuthing abilities. Here we go. Oh yeah, that snow started quick. And yeah, the rank of doors started quick, because we saw like a 1-key door and a 3-key door. Oh, how about a 10-key door? Just right at the beginning of this area. It's ridiculous. There we go. I should have actually charged the Great Slash or the Charge Attack and seen if that could have actually knocked all of them out. Oh god, this room is one of the worst in the whole game, and if you can see with this, you can't actually access this area until you've completed until you've opened the tower of this area, essentially. And those barriers like that are also found in the town as well, stuff that you can't access in the town until after you have completed a certain amount of areas. Tricky switch hidden back here, and all it leads to is a gear bit. It kind of looks like you can walk off the screen right here to go into a new area, but sadly it's just a wall, sadly. I don't know why they didn't put trees right there to block it off, because it really does look like you should be able to keep going, but oh well. Ow. There we go. So yeah, these bird enemies are a little bit annoying, because they are, since they're flying in the air, your sword strikes won't actually be able to hit them. You can only hit them with your sword when they fly down to you, essentially. Thankfully, the gun does not follow that rule, so shoot away. It's hunting season, because these birds can get very, very annoying very quickly if you don't take care of them, especially if you're being headed up by multiple enemies. And yeah, I told you the mountain was really, really cool. And the music too, holy crap. Again, it's just so cool in this world, because you can tell that something has gone down. Like this world is not what it used to be, and you're kind of traveling through a relic almost. And I guess the non-verbal storytelling also adds a little bit to that. feeling. Man, there's deer running everywhere, and nothing here? Really? Oh, weird. Yeah, those deer are seemingly just red herrings. Like, you'd think there'd be another secret leading off to where they are, but nope. Also, what the heck happened over there? Looks like they're... Oh, I think those are robes. I thought I was gonna say it looks like blood, but I don't know. Oh, shit. Oh, damn it. I tried to dodge the bird, but that's exactly what he wanted me to do. Wait a minute. This is the way to go. What am I doing? Is there anything over here? Nope. I'm just a fool. What was that? Oh, crap. Okay, so these enemies are actually interesting because these enemies don't hail from the mountain. They actually hail from the west area, which is something that we're not going to be tackling until after the mountain. I just found it interesting how they kind of like have a little bit of a sneak peek, like, oh yeah, these enemies are here. Okay, what is up here? Medkit, first of all. Full health again, so that's good. Some sort of halter. Nice try, game. Gearbit and a monolith, nice. I could be wrong, by the way, but I think those, every time you look at a monolith, I might be completely talking about my ass. I think, like, a different, like, drifter appears to, like, it, like, has, like, a little echo of, like, oh, yeah, them, like, researching this monolith or something. I think all those different, drifters are the kinds of the gear sets you can get, so they all have the different colors. I could be talking out my ass. It could just be the same guy every time, but I don't actually remember. What the heck is going on here? Okay, well, that kind of... I get the feeling that this guy hasn't really had a happy life right now, or things aren't really going his way, so maybe we should just leave him be. That's another thing that this game does, is that it'll just have rooms that, like, they don't even have anything in them. It's just one NPC, and there'll be, like, a little bit of lore, and that's it. And it's just interesting. It reminds me a lot of Hollow Knight, because Hollow Knight lives and breathes that. There are so many NPCs in that game that they're not for anything. They're just hidden in this hidden room, and they're just there for lore. And the game does it multiple times, and it really makes the world feel like it's really inhabited. Man, indie games are great. Also, Doggo. One great thing about indie games is that, like, they're so, like, the game market in itself is, like, almost entirely saturated nowadays. There's just so many games. There's way too many games to actually play all of them. Oh, damn. That guy's taking care of business. Anyway, as I was saying, but the nice thing about indie games especially is that there's so many of them, but, like, all of them... Like, no matter what we can't actually attack around this guy. That's interesting. No matter what your tastes are in games, there's probably an indie game out there for you. Because, like, indie games, like, usually have more off-the-wall ideas and stuff. But there's always something. So, whether you want, like, a big, sprawling Metroidvania game, or, like, an action game, or a platformer, like, you can find the same thing with... not just indie games, but still, I feel like indie games, they provide a more unique approach to a lot of them than most games do. And I don't know, I just more and more these days, I find I'm playing games that are like, this is one of the best games I've ever played, and it's like it's an indie game. So like on, like, the platformer side of things, you have stuff like Shovel Knight and Celeste, or VVVVVV, and then you have, like, action games like Hollow Knight and Hyper Light that are just like, man, these are just so freaking good. Games are good. That's really all I gotta say. Now, I know I just had, like, a positive speech about games being good, but these guys... These guys in this room got fucked up. It does not look like it ended well for anyone in this room. Except for us, because we just walked out with a free module. So, I'm not complaining. Okay, how the heck... Oh, we just walk. Right. Because it was invisible. Right. I'm dumb. Okay. Nice try. Med kit over here. It's actually another upgrade that would really help, is being able to upgrade how much med kits that we can carry. Fuck. Nice try. Sure, we'll just use that. I don't know why I used it. Would have used it automatically if I just healed. Oh well. Man, this music is so good. Contrary to popular belief, all of Disaster Piece's music aren't disasters. They're actually quite spectacular. Spectacular Piece should have been the name he chose. God, I'm dumb. Nothing over here, really? It really seems like there would be. Anytime I say, oh, there's nothing over here, just assume that I'm lying. Assume that there's always something over there. Like right here. Oh, really? I was really gunning for that. I really thought. Oh, well. Okay, another new enemy type. These bird guys. And these guys are very, very annoying, because they actually do 2 damage with every shot. So we just gotta decapitate them really quick. So as you can see, it's if you catch an enemy off guard, they can't do fucking anything about it, because the Great Slash does like 5 damage. I think it does as much as a Shotgun Blast does, but you need to obviously... And for a charge attack, it's actually, it goes surprisingly quick too. That's another nice thing about it, that it doesn't actually... There we go, sweet. On my first playthrough, I actually got an achievement right there for, it said like nice shot. I think you need to use a roly-poly to kill like 5 enemies at once or something. So that's a good place to get that achievement, I guess. That's another nice thing about the Special Edition on the Switch too, because the Switch obviously doesn't have a built-in achievement system. So one thing that a lot of devs are doing nowadays, which I love, is that even if they have it on a Nintendo console, that you can actually jump off of that. Interesting. If they have it on a Nintendo console, they'll usually just put in built-in achievements, like the same ones on the other systems that the game is on, just except inside the actual game itself instead of on the the console in the background. So that's nice. So like, even though I don't normally like achievements, because achievements can be bullshit for like 100% in games, because you might 100% a game and then there'll be a dumb achievement that'll be like, oh yeah, play the game for 400 hours or something, and it's like, well, I've finished the game in 50, but everything else is 100%, but there's this dumb achievement that requires me to grind, and that's why a lot of the time I just don't even bother with achievements, because a lot of them are just super dumb. I feel like if it's not built into the game, then it's not really worth my time, honestly. In some cases. If I really, really like a game and the achievements aren't totally egregious or anything, then I'll probably go for it, but a lot of the time, no. Shit. Fuck. There we go. That was close. Again, these guys do 2 damage with that magic blast, so if they hit you, you're dead. when I had that 2 health back there. And believe it or not, we already have another... we had 0 before coming to the mountain, and now we already have 3. So we can get another upgrade. And to be honest, we already have... If I could only choose upgrades that I wanted and like to go to the end of the game with, like I could probably beat the game with just these upgrades. But hey, the more the merrier. So as soon as we find that warp pad that'll take us back up to the top of the mountain here, we'll probably take a quick trip down to the town. Okay, another new enemy, this mage, and yeah, shotgun blast, no chance. There we go. Honestly, the Great Slash is so good that it almost kind of breaks everything. Like in the shotgun too, like it's really, really good weapons. Boom. Trust me, that does not mean that there's gonna be screens later that are like, oh, I can totally easily do this. Like, trust me, like even with these crazy strong attacks, the game is still gonna be very, very difficult. In some of these rooms, you didn't even actually get to see these guys attack. These guys have this really annoying attack where they'll basically bring up this purple square right where you're standing, and as soon as the square activates, like it's this big damage radius. And again, it's very annoying because like it really shrinks down the arena when they start doing that attack. And you didn't even get a chance to see it because I decapitated all of them. That's so cool on the map. You can see that giant peeking out over here. That's such a cool touch. Oh my god. Okay, so now we've actually activated the warp point to the mountain. So we got here pretty quickly. So let's actually just warp really quick back to the town. And we'll choose another upgrade to get, and then we'll warp right back here. Okay, back in the town, and I'm torn between getting a sword upgrade or a dash upgrade. And when I'm really thinking about it, the one that would be way more useful is the invincible dash, because using the invincible dash, you can't actually be hurt by enemy projectiles while you dash. I'm pretty sure that's what it does. I mean, that's what the picture seems to do, so sure. We'll actually go with this one. There we go. So now we have a better dash that can't actually, it'll make us so we can actually get through projectiles easy. And next time we'll get a sword upgrade. And then we'll probably get maybe maybe a med pack increase or something. Again, we pretty much have all the upgrades that I really think are necessary, like the shotgun and the Great Slash is fun. Not to say that there aren't still fun upgrades you can get. There are. But I'm glad that we've only completed one area and we already got the essentials out of the way, which is great.